Hello. 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 All right, before we start the video, we got to go somewhere. So, all right, we'll be right back. Alrighty.
All right.
We came here to talk about
our new album / LP.
Some Days Like These.
Yes.
It's our newest album. It's a big pile of work throughout the year that we've been creating, making all these songs. We've been writing a bunch of material. I've had some stuff for probably over a year that I've been working on. We were just recently able to put it all together and
get in an album, a project.
Yeah, and this is like a variety album. It's very all over the place. I would compare it to like a lot of the Ween albums, and that's kind of what we're going for. With the lead track, Some Days Like These, it's very inspired by like Todd Rundgren. A little bit of backstory on the track. Matt had been working on it
since like January.
Since January. So he's been working on it since January, and we had this little chord progression going. It was like bam, bam, bam.
I came over one time and I was like, I think we should turn this into a song.
Yeah, we had recorded like a demo for it. Like it took us a while to finally get comfortable recording it, because the first time we did it, the drum track was just kind of messy and it didn't really fit, and so we decided to like just wait a little while to work on it, and then you know the moment arose, I guess, and we were finally able to get a great sound. We record the whole song just in my bedroom. We used like a Focusrite Scarlett interface, the 18i8, I believe that we used. Just some cheap handheld microphones that we plugged in, like nothing fancy.
Yeah, the one that we used to record most of the vocals was one that I got, and it's pretty old. We had also been using just a Blue Yeti microphone to record a lot of the other tracks. Yeah.
We wanted to give it a more bedroom-like sound with the handheld microphones. I think that made it just a lot easier to just scream the vocals.
The vocals were stacked on Some Days Like These, and the intro song actually like builds up into that song.
Yeah.
To introduce it. It's longer of a song, but that's because we wanted it to be produced that way.
I think originally it was like 4 minutes and something seconds, and then we were like, we definitely want like a fade out. We wanted to apply that, so I don't know, it just fit the vibe, especially with the chorus part, because it's just 2 chords. It added more to it. Yeah. I was able to add some stuff with the verse, both verses. Matt gets more credit than I do on this song, because he came up with a lot of the lyrics for it, and kind of just like the way the song was styled. It's my favorite track. It's definitely my favorite track on the album.
Once it goes into Some Days Like These, it goes into
fireworks. We're recording this all outside, so if you hear anything crazy. So the whole album ranges from songs like Some Days Like These, which is a very well-organized track. Down to the Town is just a jam session with each take being the first take. Not a lot of cut stuff, a lot of it just going on. Like the vocal parts. This song is like purely improvised. Like I just built a lot of the bass line and the guitar parts off his keyboard part, and we kind of just went with it. In my head I was like, what's a little catchy thing I could say during the song, and Down to the Town was just like a certain flow that matched, so I used that, and then we just both incorporated that, and then used both of our voices and kind of just panned them together and
pitch them up.
So that was really fun, and that was a very like Weenish thing to do, but also very inspired by Mac DeMarco. The guitar riffs, I was definitely very inspired by a lot of Mac guitar riffs. I really like that track because it's kind of just like a jam session. It's just more like free. There's mistakes in it, but you wouldn't really call them mistakes. They're just music. Yeah, it's just added stuff.
No, and while we were recording the vocal part, somebody came in and gave us jelly donuts.
And so it's just like really real. Like it's a in the moment kind of song. Like towards the end, yeah, somebody comes in with donuts and we're like grabbing them and eating them. We didn't want to like cut the song and be like, you ruined it. We just went with it. You know, it's just that kind of track.
Exactly.
So when something happens, you kind of just riff off of it. Another track that I wanted to talk about on this album is Rightfully Wrongful, which I had written because of the alpha male culture, the Sigma male, gym rat type-esque people. You know, the Andrew Tate era, the era of unhealthy, but I don't know, mindset, doing things for your body like exercising, which is a good thing, like you should be healthy, but having a certain type of mindset with it. There's different mindsets you can have when it comes to fitness, and I don't know, having a better mindset and thinking that you're all that, you are like a savior type, or looking up to someone as if they're like a higher being, like Andrew Tate, looking at someone thinking that they're the shit, you know, like that's why it's called Rightfully Wrongful. You're doing good things, like per se, like working out, eating good foods, but you're not doing it for the right reasons. That's kind of what the song is implying, and it's got like a really good like bass groove to it that I just came up with some chords and I was like, what is fitting for this song? Like it's still supposed to be funny, it's just goofy, like it's a fun track. Guitar parts are simple, like it's just ringing out.
No, I think I really like that track. I like the simplicity of it. The vocal part is really cool. I like how it's like sounds like more of like radio. I like how you implemented that, but it's a good song.
So there's a huge variety of songs, and we kind of wanted to also give it a folky feel, like a more intimate,
cool breeze.
Yeah, a more intimate song. And Night Owl's basically just acoustic guitars and vocals, and there's a bunch of vocal layering on certain points of the song. It gets loud at moments, like with the vocal layering. It brings on like a you want to be awake feeling. It is a kind of a sleepy song, but at the same time, like the song's all about being a night owl, not wanting to go to bed, basically insomnia. It wasn't like my full intention when writing the song, but Matt came up with like a lot of lyrics for it, and we kind of just riffed back and forth.
Yeah.
And
that's the writing style that we use.
Yeah, that's the writing style. Like I'll come up with like a certain riff, and Matt's really fast at coming up with catchy lyrics for it.
Kind of listen to you like hum it. I'm just like,
yeah, and then you hear a certain point and you're like, sounds like you're saying this.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm not saying that, but then it turns
like
into that because it sounds like that's what I'm saying.
A lot of different tracks and like different feels to every track.
Yeah, like the intro sounds like some, I don't even know how to explain it. Like
silly beat.
Like
it's like just
very
happy and like,
yeah, flutes, like bouncy flutes, an ongoing bass line with some drums, but then it gets like, it's kind of gets anxiety inducing because going up a half step each time, to the point where it finally goes into Some Days Like These. Kind of like a Beatles-esque thing, A Day in the Life, where that string section just like
builds.
It's just very anxiety inducing, like building to the point where it gets to the beat drop. But yeah, we wanted something like that, and that was very inspired by that. Basically, a lot of these tracks are inspired by tons of different songs. Each track is its own thing. I don't like to put them into specific genres. They're all different. They're all created. They had a different route of. It just sounds like LaPhooey. And I want to plug the
LaPhooey channel.
Yes, I want to take this time to actually promote the channel. I want to get some growth on there. I'm selfish. I want people like the music. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. But if you're a fan of funny, crazy, goofy, goober, epic, awesome, legit,
cracked, epic, I already said that, zany,
epic twice. But anyways, just go over to that channel. If you like it, stay. But it's just a big creative project, and originally started off with just me, just making stuff on FL Studio and GarageBand. GarageBand first. GarageBand on an iPad.
GarageBand and Audacity.
The GarageBand, Audacity, FL Studio. We're in the FL Studio era, but I was specifically just making electronic music, and I think I've still wanted to incorporate that, but I want to also bring the live music.
Exactly.
And I don't really auto-tune my vocals because I want it to be
authentic.
Shitty. I want it to sound like a big pile of LaPhooey. But yeah, go over there if you like great,
epic.
Getting all this stuff out there just it's a big relief, and it's giving us some time to write from scratch, to get some new ideas, and to get more creative, to put out more than what's asked for, to put out more than what we think we can do. Basically, big update, new album.
I think this shit is mid.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about the initial idea of the whole album and how I wanted to go about writing it. And like with Some Days Like These, a lot of the lyrics are kind of one way or the other, you know. It's either talking about how the day can be sunny or how it can be sad, or where they are, they're well away. So when originally writing this album, it was about life can be uplifting and happy, but it can also be sad.
Sad like being hauled in the ambulance and taken off to the hospital.
It can be somber. In a lot of the lyrics with Some Days Like These, that's how I wrote it.
It's very, just whatever the feeling is that you're feeling.
Exactly. That's why there's some tracks that are like more lighter and like warm day, cool breeze.
Yeah.
It's a warm day, cool breeze.
And there's a bunch of other tracks that we could have covered, but these are the main ones we wanted to talk about, and we just want to know, well, what you think of the album. Give it a listen. I'll put the link in down here in the description.
But yeah, give it a listen. Go subscribe to LaPhooey, and yeah,
it'll be a great day.